Hello everyone, the topic for today's video lecture is bar charts. Bar chart is a graphical display of data using bars of different heights. The function bar is used for creating a bar graph. So let's see a simple example of bar graph practically. So here is a simple example to plot a bar graph. So we have taken a variable called marks, which has the 5 students marks, and a variable called name, which has 5 names of the student. Now we will be writing pl.bar, the name of x-axis, that is names, and y-axis marks here, and we will run this. We will get the bar graph, which is plotting the marks of different students according to the marks obtained by them. By default, all the bars have same width, but if we want that the different bars should have different width, what we need to do? So first method, we will see that if we want to change the width of all the bar to single value, so for that we need to mention width width equals to 0.5 and run. The width will decrease. So by default it was, I think, 0.8, now it's 0.5. Now if you want that all these bars, these 5 bars should have different width, so for this we need to enter a list. So let it be 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6. So we'll just see that the width is increasing one by one. Okay, so here if I write width as 2, the width of the last is as first. All the bars also have default color. So if you want to change the color, what we need to do? We will put a comma here, write color equals to, if I write yellow, all the bars will change color to yellow. Now if I want different colors for different bars, again we need to mention it in a list. So if first one is yellow, second one is red, third is green, fourth is cyan, and fifth is maybe black. And then we'll close this list and let's print. You can see different colors. Now let's see how to add a title to a graph. So if we want to add a title, we'll be writing pl.title within bracket, within double quotes, students performance. Okay, and if I run, I will get title as student performance. If I want to mention the x and y axis labels also, for that we need to write pl.x label, student's name, pl.y label, marks. And if we print like this, we will get student performance, student's name, marks. Now let's see how to create multiple bar charts. PyPlot do not provide any specific feature for plotting multiple bar graph, but we can create it by exploiting the width and the color argument of bar function. Points that is to be decided before plotting the multiple bars are: number 1, decide the number of x points. Number 2, decide the thickness of each bar and accordingly adjust x point on x-axis. Number 3, give different color to different data range. Number 4, the width range remains same for all ranges being plotted, using bar for each range separately. So let's see how to do this practically. So we will have two arrays. First, which will store the marks of English. The second, which will store the marks of Hindi. and the third array which contains the roll numbers of the students. Now we will write pl.bar roll plus 0.0 comma marks underscore English comma color equals to, let it be red, comma width equals to 0.25, and the other also will have same, but here we will just write Hindi, and here roll number will be shifting to 25. That is the second marks of Hindi which is expressed will be shifted a bit, 0.25 of the width. The color can be green and the width will again be 0.25. So if we run this, you can just see red point is there, beside it is a green, because we have shifted the roll number plus 0. That means from 1 which is displayed, the marks of English is displayed, and from 1.25 the marks of your Hindi is displayed, and each width is 0.25. So if you increase the width to 3.5, you'll just see the greener one is more fatter, right, and it's overlapping. Now let's see how to create a horizontal bar. So if we have taken an example of a simple bar graph, to create, what is the difference what you need to do? If instead of bar we will write bar h, and we will get this bar graph with the horizontal form. Now we will see how to customize the bar graph. So this is the anatomy of a chart. You know what is figure? Figure is the area covered by the chart. Axes are the area on which actual plotting is done, that is the x and y axis. The labels are these. Limits are the range of value on x and y. So x limit is the range of value on x axis, y limit is the range of value on y axis. Tick marks are the individual points that are marked on x-axis, like 0.25, 0.50, here 1, 2. And the title is expressed here. The legends tell you the different color that specify different sets of data. Now let's see how to set x and y limits. So xlim and ylim are the function that is used for setting x limits and y limits. The syntax is the matplotlib.pyplot.xlim, in bracket the two arguments, the minimum x limit and the maximum x limit. The same way it is for y limits. If we set limits for axis, only the data that falls into the limit of x and y will be plotted, rest data will not be shown. So let's see it practically. Let's have two array, one for month and the other for sales. So for month we can have month equals to np dot range bracket 1 comma 13, and for sales we can have np dot linspace within bracket I can write 1000 comma 2000 comma 12. Okay, so this will be the sales, and then we can plot the bar graph. So plot bar, we will have month comma sales, and we'll run. So we have the bar like this. Okay, now what we can do is, if we want to set the limits, so for setting limits, if I mention pl.xlim within bracket, if it is from 2 comma 10, okay, and PL dot ylim. I will mention from 1000 to 1500. Okay, and then I print, I will get a different count. You can see from 1000 it is printing and only till 10 it is coming. So this is setting up of limits. Now we will see how to flip the normal order of access limits. So if you want to flip, then how we will do that. So this can be done by just mentioning PL dot xlim, and within bracket if you want to write -2 comma 14. Okay, and then mention here. So you can see it is not displaying from 0, but it is taking from -2 and it goes till 14. You can also do this with the limits like 2 to -14 and display the thing, and you will get this. Now let's see how to set ticks for the axis. PyPlot by default automatically decides which data point will have ticks on the axis, but through xticks and yticks functions can decide which data point will have tick mark on x and y axis. So for that, the syntax is xticks within brackets sequence containing tick data points, and same for yticks within brackets sequence containing data tick points. Let's practically see how xticks and yticks work. So for that we will just create two array. Let it be x equals to np dot range within bracket 0 comma 2.5 comma 0.5. So it will give you 5 elements ranging from 0 to 2 with the difference of 2, and we can also have the other element called y, which will have the list of, let it be 30 comma 45 comma 60 comma 65 comma 39, and then and now if we plot this by x comma y and run, we will get a bar graph. So you can see that the ticks are 0, 0.5, 1, 1.5 and 2. Now if I want to change this, I need to mention here, that is pl dot x ticks within bracket will have a list. Now what ticks I want? So if I write 0 comma 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 and run, so we can see the display of those ticks which I have specified here. Thanks for watching the video.